a much nicer way to do all this. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. Last episode, we hung out with Pascal at the campground, and I upgraded my house with the Secret Storeroom expansion. And now that that's complete, we can head to Nook's Homes and unlock the Touch Play design style from Happy Home Designer. Very useful for reorganizing your home or museum. But first, I've got a few questions for you. Are you a tiny mare or just human villager in your town, and you're sick to death of tripping over your rubies and rupees, your stray bags of bells, or maybe you're just sick of the cold, lifeless, hollow gaze of a woobling gyroid, but you don't want to sell the little monster because you'll never get him back? Well, I've got a few more questions. Do you have a second story on your house? And do you have no current debt? Well, you can get the Secret Storeroom. So once you upgrade, after that weird little infomercial, click down on the touchscreen next to the light switch. There's a shutter, and that will open up anywhere in your house 360 extra storage spots. This is amazing. I can keep all the bones for future tiny sores. I've got all this extra carpet and wallpaper and Gracie items that I don't really like, but I'm holding on to. You can hoard to your heart's content now and get all the clutter off the floor. So it is a very nice addition in and of itself. I've been able to reorganize a bunch of my rooms here. Most of them were filled with stuff I was just keeping because I didn't want to get rid of it if I couldn't get it back again. So I am very happy with the Secret Storeroom by itself, but let's unlock the other piece of the puzzle here. And we're almost at the end of fall already. The leaves on the ground are getting very dark, and it's getting a little overcast and gloomy. It's gonna snow here pretty soon. So let's go into town. We do have the Harvest Festival coming up that I'm gonna try to take part in with Franklin the turkey. But for now, hey Drago, he's just hanging around. He really wants to move in. Okay, so let's head into Nook's Homes. And a special guest star from Happy Home Designer should be in here waiting for us. There she is. Welcome. Oh my goodness, it's Adam. So good to see you. Congratulations on your secret storeroom. May it bring you infinite happiness. And as for the small matter of payment, your bill of 158,000 bells can be paid at the post office ABD. But I'm sure you remember that. Yes. Oh, yes. Now you may find it difficult to locate your new storeroom. Ha! But of course, it is a secret storeroom after all. To find it, just look at the area just beside your light switch. There you'll find a hidden entrance. If you haven't discovered it yet, return home and take a look. Before you go, I have something of a surprise for you. I've noticed that you're quite passionate about acquiring items for your home. Your cabinets were full to bursting. As such, there's someone I think you'd like to meet. This is Lottie, interior designer extraordinaire at the Happy Home Academy. Actually, I've asked her to lead a special seminar on remodeling for all our local collectors. There she is. I prefer the term storage impaired. Nice to meet you. I'm Lottie from the Happy Home Academy. President Nook did ask me to provide you with some simple redecorating tips, so here I am. I hope you'll allow me to help you make best use of what you have and to share my love of decorating. I've already prepared a space for the seminar, so head on over. I do hope you're ready to have fun and work hard. Yes. So as soon as we complete this little tutorial, we can use this to design the museum in our house. We can't get to the secret storeroom in the museum, which is kind of strange, so maybe use your cabinets to store museum-related stuff because you can get to the locker there. Are you ready? Because it's time to do some interior design. Let the training begin. Oh, okay, let's start with a quick lesson on how to rotate furniture. All you have to do is gently tap the block on the touchscreen to alter the orientation of the furniture. This technique will work for any furniture you place on the floor. Ready to give it a try? So there we go. We can spin that sunflower slightly. Perfect, your instincts are spot on. Next, I'll show you how to reposition furniture. Simply select the furniture you'd like to move and drag the block to a new place on the diagram. Decisions. Now, why don't you try to move some of the furniture in this room? So I'm gonna take this sunflower, plop it behind the desk. I meant to put it on there, but we'll get better at this as we go. You did it, well done, that's great. You're a quick learner, aren't you? And you can move furniture that's hung on the wall the same way. This will be easy for you. Give it a try. So I'm gonna, because that's gonna mess with me. I wanna put that there. It's not letting me, we have to drag this. This is a tutorial after all. Exactly, my, you're natural. Let's move on. Next up, we have some small furniture that can be placed on top of larger pieces of furniture. Maybe that's why she didn't want me to do that, because it's part of this, using the skills you just learned. How about you give it a whirl? Try to place that sunflower on top of the desk. I was trying to before, but we're getting ahead of the teacher here. Yes, that was perfect. You're already an interior design master. There's another technique you should try once we finish up here. It's a bit more advanced. So if you draw a square around multiple pieces of furniture, you can move them all at the same time. Keep in mind you won't be able to move all that furniture at once if your ticket gate is open. Wouldn't that be confusing for guests in your town? We're done! Seminar complete. Thanks and good luck decorating. So that was relatively harmless and not too painful. Even if you played Happy Home Designer, it's nice to get a little refresh. And there we go, done and done. Now I'm basically a do-it-yourself genius. And Lottie probably disappeared. That might be the only time we see her other than when we linked our cartridge. Or maybe she's hanging out, let's see. Nope, she's gone forever. Aw, man. So we can pay off our debt, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. We do have a Moai head that's been being built for years that I wanna complete. So I'll have to kind of pick and choose where I spend my bells, but let's head back home. And I think I'm gonna mess around a little bit at the home, but I have a bunch of stuff in the museum already set up, so we can go explore trying to mess around with a new exhibit themed after one of the Nintendo series that is just recently represented a bit better in this game. Let me grab my mail. So Pinky, the panda bear, she has already moved out. She's gone from the town. Take care, Adam. The day for me to move is here, but what if I'm really lonely in my new town? Hey, you should come with me. Is that too selfish of me to ask? Never mind, I guess. Remember me, Pinky. She'll probably pop up on Main Street a bunch. We did get a letter from our mom. Dear Adam, a change of decor can change so much more. It's like a redesign for your mind. What do you think of this wallpaper? We also have Cranston sent us a letter. Hello, Adam. I bought this by mistake the first time my mom sent me on an errand. It's all beat up and sad looking now, so I want you to have it. I'm sure you can make it happy again. A very hopeful Cranston. And Brofina says, Dear Adam, I have to admit, playing hide and seek the other day was actually pretty fun. Acting like a kid was de-stressing, I think. Anyway, here's the prize you earned. Good game, Brofina. She's got that great Mario 3 wallpaper. So I've been kind of playing a little bit each day, despite Pokemania definitely gripping my household. So I've been trying to keep up and, do little things, but nothing major has happened. I did have the fishing tournament last Saturday, and I got a little trophy for that, but we've shown that already, so I didn't bother too much. I've been trying to focus on getting Pokemon. Ooh, an orange cone. Trying to focus on getting episodes of Pokemon, so I hope you guys are watching that as well, but we aren't going to forget little Animal Crossing here. We are back for good, at least until I finish up the rest of the year, into the spring events. I'm going to try to keep up. Okay, so now that we're in here, you can see there's a new little thing on the touch screen. I'll stop picking up that rupee. We can tap that, and I just disappear. And this is crazy. We can move everything all around, or like Lottie was saying, if I highlight all that stuff, look at that. We can move a ton at once or just spin things around. So much nicer than trying to grab and drag and drop things that we would have a much tougher time messing with when we would have to, move it around and not accidentally pick up anything we don't want to pick up. So I should probably grab that rupee and head on over to the museum because I do have some, I've got a lot of extra stuff that I could drop on the ground like I had in the beginning, but let's use the secret storeroom to get rid of some of this stuff and keep it away from anyone who's snooping around in my house. I know Brofina and Graham, the little hamster. Oh, those are the two that love to come in my house, so, man.
Hey, cool guy. I know you're recording a video, but I decided to just scamper in and eat your perfect apple.
I put that back there because it kind of looks like it's hanging on the tree when you come inside.
Excuse me, Tinkle Tong.
Excuse me, Graham. I'm sorry, buddy. I'll have to hang out with you later.
Oh, are you going out, cool guy? If so, I'd best leave as well. Hopefully I'll see you later.
So yeah, that's one of the bad parts about decorating your home or hanging out around inside of it is your villagers will sometimes pop in, it can be nice, but at the same time, it is a little unfortunate. Now, before we do that, actually, I figured I want to get as many Meow coupons as I can. I got a little distracted, but I am going to scan an amiibo card with Wisp. I've been getting a few more of them to see if we can get certain villagers, but I've got one here that is a special NPC, someone that most of us probably don't talk to very often, kind of hidden in a building that no one really uses unless they're visiting other towns or just joining into the game. So let's scan it in, and there it is! Ukiki!
Please stay behind the line. Wait, where am I? Eek?
So that's Porter, and he's gonna give us, hopefully, a gift. I don't know if he'll give us his picture.
Well, please would be nice, but you did release me, so
Here's a little something for you. Let's accept the gift. I have no idea what it is. There it is. Yeah, so I was gonna say, I don't have any idea what it is if it's a random item, because sometimes they do that, but I think the NPC villagers are all about giving you their picture. That way you can get them And the normal method of getting pictures you can't really do with the NPCs. You have to get it by befriending them and keeping them, in your heart for long enough. There he is. That'll boost our score if we do a bunch of those. Okay. But yeah, definitely, even if you don't want to visit them at the campground, you can scan in a card or a figure each day to get those extra Meow coupons, which is helping me because I have been using all of them to try to get my Zelda, also in the Splatoon stuff, all completed. I'm trying to buy all of it, and that's also what I've been doing in the spare days. The villagers we've already met, and you guys have seen if you're watching the episodes, I have been slowly but surely just kind of getting all the items from them and getting extra Meow coupons. So I think I have almost all of the Zelda items except for the stuff from Medley, so we definitely need to scan Toon Link in here sometime and try to get Medley to visit before I head upstairs, though. I have one last fossil that I need to fully complete my dinosaurs and, prehistoric remains, or whatever you want to call them, my paleontology exhibit. And I want to see, let's see if we have anything good. I don't know. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I had 3. We're getting really lucky. Ho, I do believe I found something that's not yet part of our museum's collection. It's really most stunning. I believe I have a national talent. Excuse me. I was just sleeping. I'm rather jealous. All right. So let's turn it in. I wanted to do this on camera, even though, fossils are par for the course and normal business for a mayor, but I wanted to give this to him so that we can see what he says when I complete my collection. What? Could it be you're donating a Terraskull? I'm very glad to accept your donation. This means, yes, oh my, the Pterodon is at last complete. Ah, the Pterodon is surely an amazing creature. When it comes to the Pterodon, what I love most is how it reminds me of being in the nest. No. So he doesn't actually tell you about it, but we can learn about it later. And what? The final fossil? Impossible, but true. Oh, and if I may be a little dated, may I just say that I really dig your devotion to fossils. But, of course, I most certainly do. Thanks for your commitment. So there we go, a pat on the back from my second favorite owl in town. Of course, my favorite. It's very tough for Blathers to compete with Celeste. She's just so adorable. I gotta swap this picture out because right now it says RIP Clown School. This is the old Clown School exhibit. I sold all the balloon stuff because I'm like, I don't need it. Even though you can't buy it back, you definitely want to collect all of it so that you can get extra items from the balloons. But here we go. This is the humble beginnings of the Zelda exhibit here. And I've got a few more items, so let me drop them down because we can easily move them around no matter where we plop them. So I've got the gold rupee. You guys saw that. That's something you can't actually turn because you can't really touch. And that is going to be helpful. Same with the heart here. We can collect it, but the fact that we can't touch it definitely makes the new touch play, design style here a lot more helpful. So I don't know if I'm going to use the old Zelda wallpaper style. I kind of liked having a foresty or a palace setting. So here we go. Yeah, I can drag and drop this all around. I'm thinking maybe I should organize. I have the moon, which is so huge. I'm thinking maybe I'll organize stuff by game series once I get into laying everything down. Like maybe the first little link can be here, and then, we'll have the Breath of the Wild link at the other end, and kind of in between have, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and that's another Twilight Princess one, the Zelda outfit that Epona gives you. So yeah, if you're looking for any of this stuff, this is all pretty much things except for maybe the Triforce, the Master Sword. A couple of things here are from the normal fortune cookies, but a lot of this, most of this, is from the new amiibos that unlock a bunch of it. So let's move Zelda over. Maybe we'll put Link over here. Yeah, this is so strange being able to do this so easily. Think of how much time I'm saving. Each one of these rotations and moving stuff around would be so much more work. So yeah, I'll play around with these exhibits and, try to find a good combo. A lot of this is from Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, so it'll be kind of tough to find a place. Yeah, there's no spot for Skyward Sword if I have the Master Sword there, but I can scooch everything down a little bit if I highlight all of it. There we go. Hey, didn't mean to do that. Grab it, and you can't grab the stuff on the wall to scooch. Okay, so there we go. Now there should be an order, if I'm remembering correctly, of all that stuff. But I'll keep playing around with this. I just wanted to show you guys that there is now a much nicer way to do all this in the update, and I can reorganize my other Nintendo stuff as well. He does a cool little pose after it is done, and yeah, there's so much Zelda stuff now that I feel like I gotta devote another exhibit to it. I'm thinking the Splatoon stuff, I have a ton of that, and there's even more from the Squid Sisters amiibo that I can get from the little squirrels, CC and Viche. But I'm thinking maybe I'll make a Splatoon room in my house, because as much as I love Zelda, there seems to be more Zelda stuff than Splatoon stuff, so I think it's more meriting a museum. Look at all this free space, now that I've freed myself from the Zelda stuff in here, but the only problem is some of this is like the Pikmin stuff could go with Mario maybe and Star Fox, but some of it feels a little out of place. Like, where does the Metroid stuff go? Doesn't quite fit in with Zelda or Mario. So I'm gonna keep, brainstorming for ideas. I definitely don't want to get rid of the Tiny-Saurs exhibit of tiny dinosaur skeletons, as well as the gyroids, because I have no place to store those guys if I take them out of there. So, and again, if you sell them, you can't get them back. So I'm gonna hold on to them, and that'll just be a creepy place to visit once in a while. All right, so before we finish up here, I did want to run down to the town plaza. We can stop by the campground because I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but some people discovered very early on that Harvey, or Harv at the campground, sells a tin watering can. Now, it can be a little confusing because obviously we have a watering can in this game that you can use as a tool. But the tin watering can, as cool as it sounds and looks, does not have a function other than just being furniture. So you don't want to buy that thinking that it's going to replace your normal watering can. A gold one seems like it would be better anyways. So that is something that you can find at the campground, and Harv has that on display today. There it is. And also, next to here, there's like a sushi menu, so some interesting stuff. Pave is camping, but we've already seen him and talked to him before, and he's, on the way once Festival gets here in the spring. All right, so I'm going to finish up. If we can, have a hat trick here or something and get Katrina to tell us a fortune and then want to move to town, then that'll be crazy. Pinky is gone, though, so she left a horrifying reminder. She left a pox mark on Gooseton. That'll grow over eventually. But yeah, I did notice Katrina is here. Definitely feels like it's going to start snowing. The game told me, it was like, hey, snow flurries are going to happen here pretty soon. So I've got so many bells I could probably pay off. Well, actually, I think the price for the Moai head was like the same as upgrading a story of the house. I think it was like $500,000 or something. So that might be in the process for a while. I'd probably rather upgrade my house first. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe the town should be before my little mare, but the more room I have, the more stuff I can do. Leaving the post office late at night is a pure white male pelican. Oh, in his hand the image of flowers crushed and torn, he weeps. So that's Pete the postman trying to go see Phyllis. I think he has a crush on her. There's that love triangle. Dotted bottom. So yeah, Pete loves Phyllis, but Pelly loves Pete, and I don't know if Phyllis likes anybody. She doesn't seem to like anything at all. Okay, and remember that bad times are just times that are bad. I wanted to say, with all this stuff going on, I thank you guys for spending time and hanging out with me. This is one of the most relaxing and I guess kind of therapeutic games to play, to just escape for a little bit. I love video games, and it's a great way to take a break from the stresses of the normal world. And I just wanted to say, if you guys are lonely or scared or worried about the world, one thing that I wanted to put out there is that as long as I can, move my hands and talk to you guys, as long as I can push buttons on a controller, I'm going to be here and make videos, and hopefully you guys will enjoy them, and I hope you have been. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. We've got the Harvest Festival on the way, and I'm excited for it. I'll see you then. Goodbye.